continuing with our series on talking about where the significant coefficients are in the levels in the test, we're looking at level 3, test 1 today. There are two coefficients on the half passes, and this is the first time you show the half pass, so the judges are looking at it really very closely. And in box 3, you're in collected jog, and it's EH, half circle 10 meters to half pass, left. To begin with, you need to hit that center line. If you're inaccurate, there's a deduction there for having missed the center line, so your horse has to be in an excellent jog. It needs to be clearly on the bit, round to the connection, very, very active. Collected jog is uphill. It shows engagement. It has impulsion. It's described in the rule book as the neck arching and the face coming close to the vertical or on the vertical. So we're talking about a horse round to the connection or on the bit, uphill with some animation in the jog, because collected jog has an increased moment of suspension due to the more increased engagement. So within the half pass, now you have to produce your bend, lateral, pull, flexion, some flexion through the body, and continue on the line XH. Most people lose points that they lose the bend or they lose the half pass at the quarter line and don't finish. You need to step onto the line at the rail in half pass. You do not straighten before that. You step onto the rail in half pass and then straighten. Then, of course, you need to get through the short side and the corner correctly on the bit, because the next movement doesn't start until M. So all of that is included in that movement, and should you do it okay half pass, but then your horse goes completely off the bit or breaks following that, and before you get to the next movement at M, you have another deduction. So looking at the test really carefully and noticing where the lines are in the test so that you understand where you're going to be marked down if you have a problem is very significant. The same thing, you also have the half pass right, which is the same thing. There's a half pass, half circle to the half pass, and then continue until A, where you ride a transition. So now schooling your half passes is important. Be sure that the half passes just barely lead with the shoulder, very, very little, but a little. If the haunches trail a lot, you're going to be on 6, 5, 4. Definitely have to have bend, have to stay on the bit, have to stay engaged. So the free walk always has a ×2. We talk about it, but it's worth reviewing. And don't forget that you're already in working walk. You have completed a pivot. So your working walk wants to be active, and then PE is free walk. If possible, ask the horse to stretch immediately. If you can stretch the horse from letter to letter, your scores will improve. Free walk requires that the horse track up, and tracking up and being active is super, super important for backswing. So you want that. If you can get over track, it's amazing. You get bigger scores for over track. So you're looking for over track if you can get it, and then you have to have a smooth retake of the reins back to the working walk at E, and that continues until S. So all of that working walk is also in this movement. The last two things that have coefficients are the circles, 20-meter circles in length and lope, both directions. Length and lope is a challenge anyway, and then to put it on a circle is incredibly difficult and amazing. They asked us to do this, but we're prepared, of course. So these are both, one is at R and one is at P. So to begin with, things like accuracy of the circle goes without saying. That the horse is on the bit in a 3-beat lope before, and it's collected lope, which is not pleasure lope. Collected lope has a lot of power, it has a lot of compression of engagement, It has suspension within the lope, but it is not flat. It's not particularly slow, and it has a lot of jump in the lope. So you're looking for a good quality balanced lope that's in self-carriage, and then a strong, clear lengthening. When that happens, the horse should lengthen uphill, because if you let them lengthen downhill, they win on their forehand and maybe go into 4-beat lope, which we don't want. We need a 3-beat lope while we lengthen and while we collect. You're looking for 2 transitions. You have to lengthen the lope and come back. You're going to do that at, on continuing on this circle. So you have the bend. You're hoping the horse doesn't lean over or lean in. The horse has to be on the outside aids producing the bend, and then 2 transitions back. I think there's a lot of new challenges for us in level 3, test 1. So be well prepared. Be sure you're getting good scores in level 2, test 4 before you begin this. And we recommend that you have been working on the next level at least 6 months before you actually move up into it. You've been practicing these movements for a while before you actually begin showing them. Good luck. Take care. Hug the horses for me. Bye.